Hey guys, this is House of Ramirez. You already know, doing it big in Atlanta. I'm here with my sister and my brother, and they're doing it big too. I have a few questions for them because I see them doing big for our own community. So it's not just they're looking out for themselves, they're looking out for us. So sis, can you go ahead and introduce yourself to our readers or listeners and tell us about your upbringing?
Yeah, my name is Elise Gale, and I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. I went to Tennessee State University. I studied there and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Integrated Marketing Communications. I've worked in corporate communications for about 10 years. I also earned my master's degree. I relocated from Nashville to Atlanta, where I met my now husband, and we went into entrepreneurship and real estate.
Nice. And Nashville is very close to home, so pretty much your family. And then for you to move down here, meet our brother, your husband, and be grounded here to move the business here and start entrepreneurship here. Atlanta is the wave changer right now. We tell the US, pretty much the whole world, how we're doing things. Down south, we're the only ones that are pretty much open in the middle of a pandemic, and you're bringing the shift here. You're moving the movement here. So yeah, big ups for that. Dope.
Yeah.
So bro, can you tell the readers and the listeners about your upbringing?
Yeah, definitely. My name is Majesty Gale. I'm the director of real estate of our companies. Basically, I just handle all of the real estate transactions. I come from Florida, did a lot of moving around, had a very difficult past, made some, decisions that moved me around, but lived in Tallahassee, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Ended up here. I'm a musician, and that's what brought me up here. But and started a few businesses or whatnot. Finally got my mind right, got into real estate, had a good amount of success, but didn't want to be the only one to have that success. So we made a commitment to invest in our community so that they could have the power of real estate transform their life as well. So that's been our focus ever since.
Yes, most definitely. So just like my sister, you're also from close by. So both of you guys are not from far away. Y'all are close to us. Y'all are family. Y'all are here in the A now. And pretty much y'all both have this journey that y'all are both on to help us. You're not just helping yourself. So thank you for that. Thank you both. I did a little digging and I saw that you have Nation of EVOPIA. Can you please go ahead? Did I say it right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
All right. Sis, can you tell us from your point of view, what is the Nation of EVOPIA?
Yeah, well, the Nation of EVOPIA is an organization, a membership organization of Black people around the diaspora, all over the world, who come together and talk about the values that matter to us. It's a social media platform, so it's completely free to join. And we're also going to be launching the app very, very soon, where we'll have content from creators like yourself who talk about important issues that affect our communities.
That's dope. That's dope. So pretty much you're giving us a platform where we can express ourselves. And right now we're seeing that real recently we're being attacked to the point where we're creators. This is what we do. But if we're not doing it to an agenda or how they want us to do it, we won't be able to do it, period. So thank you. And yeah, we need that. We really, really need that. So cool. Hey, bro, so what's your interpretation of the Nation of EVOPIA?
Well, the Nation of EVOPIA was actually born from the pandemic, the lockdown. We saw what was going on, and we saw kind of where things were headed as far as the censorship and the issues that we're dealing with now. We saw the power that the influencers had taken from the social media platforms, and they would try to take that back. So we wanted to provide a safe space for creators to talk about real issues without having to worry about, walking on eggshells or upsetting this person and things like that. And that's really what it's about. It's about making sure that our people have representation, to have real life discussions about things that are really impacting our communities. And we go live very soon. So we're looking forward to being an alternative for a lot of people that are now having their accounts shut down or paused or limited or what have you.
Right, right. So yeah, we're seeing that a lot now, more often than before. You say something wrong or not, with the topic that they're trying to push, the agenda, and you're hushed, you're shut down. So I think that that's great. The fact that you have a platform, soon to be a app, where we can all tap in and go ahead and express ourselves freely. Again, we have that right. We have free will, and we have the right to exercise free will whichever way we want to express ourselves, which right now we're discussing how to express yourself verbally. We have that right. So I want to thank both of you guys. Can you both tell me about your core values? I don't know if my sis or you want to tell me what are your core values at Nation of EVOPIA?
Well, some of our core values include community, community building, unity, and real estate. And it's interesting because we're actually in the process of building an actual community um, from the EVOPIA members with their support. And we just are focused on bringing people together in a constructive way.
Yeah, yeah. And right now real estate is the move. If a lot of people haven't really noticed, that's the way to go right now. Whether you're looking for yourself and your family or you're looking to bring some type of income to your household, now is the time. It takes time, it takes dedication to it, but as long as you have your head on straight and you're determined and you see the bigger picture, which is helping others, not just helping yourself, you can do it. And you have a team where it's already set up, you have a platform for it. And if people want to learn and put in that dedication to become a better version of themselves and dive into real estate, they can always come and reach out to you. So that's
Exactly.
great.
So we're building community literally and figuratively. So I'll let my
Yeah.
husband elaborate.
Yeah, well, as far as our core values, we built them into the actual organization. There's 10 initiatives: education, defense, investment, technology, community relief, which is just community service, politics, finance, physical health, mental health, and property ownership. So we kind of just revolve everything around that to make sure that that foundation is the focus. And we believe that that foundation will assist our community in getting to where we would like to get without having to beg for handouts. We to be a little bit more independent, so that we can dictate our futures or whatnot. So those are our core values.
Yes, yes. And it's something that you said, bro, without having to look for a handout. You're putting in the work for us to take advantage of this opportunity, but we have to put work in too. It's a give and take situation. And, as long as we build together and unified, we can do this together. We could do that for our own communities. We don't have to beg for a chance to get into that pot or into that community. We build our own. We have our own pot. We make it work with what we have, and we can do it. So you both are clearly making that happen, and we're very proud of you guys. I saw it and I was like, yo, I got to chop it up with them. Like, that's dope. You're changing lives. You're not just creating an opportunity with the community. You're changing lives. These are people that are moving into these communities that you both are building. That's an impact, not just to our communities, but also to the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotcha. Yes, yes, definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. So that brings me to my next question. Sis, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think that it will take to change our own communities in our own world?
Well, okay, I'm going to say this, and it's a little abstract, but I believe that it's all starts with having conversations like we're having today, and our mindset and our perspective, getting rid of some of the cynicism that we have in our community, and also getting rid of some of the kind of like the scars that we bear from our history and our relations between each other. Like you were talking earlier about, you know, the colorism in the community and things of that nature. I mean, I feel like those are things that we need to address at some point, but you know, when we look in retrospect at what other cultures are doing around the world, you know, they may have internal issues, but they are well versed in science and technology and engineering and all of these high level concepts. And we are falling by the wayside because we're basically fighting with each other and we're not able to contribute to the world in that way. And so I guess my advice there, as far as starting to rebuild our community, is to set aside a lot of the pettiness that we have between each other and start focusing on some world-changing solutions so that we can be in position to create the reality that we want to see. Because at some point we'll be able to say, well, you know, a lot of people in the Indian culture, they might be like doctors, or a lot of Asians, you know, they might be in technology or something like that. And so we need to find out what our contribution to society will be.
I agree. I agree. And they're able to progress and move forward despite their differences because they're able to go past that block that they have. We all have it. You know, when people say what community has good or bad people, all communities have good and bad people. So it just depends on how you see things. How can you move past an obstacle, find a solution to the problem, and move forward? Like you mentioned, we can't continue to stay stagnant. We have to progress. And then the true actual change will happen. So I agree with you. Yeah. Hey, bro, the same question goes to you. What do you think will change the community and also the world?
To piggyback off of my wife and you as well, because I keep hearing you say the word unity. That's really all it takes is unity, and that's a key word that makes up the word community. So it's very important that we come together. Unfortunately, the powers that be, whatever you want to call them, have been very successful in keeping us divided, and that's, you know, a divided force. You have a lot of issues there. So it's very important that we come together to discuss the topics like my wife mentioned, and also anything else as far as getting the skills together, because we have the resources, we have them. We're just not utilizing them the way that we should be by coming together, pooling all of those resources, and then, you know, taking action from that viewpoint, as opposed to everybody operating independently, you know, trying to build, you know, Rome by themselves. So I would say unity is definitely key, and that goes for all melanated people. You know, everybody, because you know a lot of people think of black and brown as separate, and we talked about this. It's the same thing. It's different locations, but I've seen some people from Central America that you wouldn't know. I've seen some people in Africa you just wouldn't. It's just melanated people in general. We really got to come together and see each other as family and act as family, and then we'll get there. We'll get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, like you mentioned, like my sis mentioned initially, and then you discussed having the conversation. It's the thing. A lot of older generations, they get uncomfortable or it's taboo even bringing it up, having the conversation. But not just having the conversation. Now we all know that there's a barrier for us to overcome and find a solution to it. What are we doing about it? So like you mentioned, we have to stay united even in the midst of conflict that's brought upon to our communities, and see if you guys have a class or a company that is actually giving back to the community through real estate. If I'm going in that avenue and that's something I'm passionate about, I could team up with you guys. You guys can teach me something. We can work together. I don't have to be in competition with you. But not just realizing there's a problem, even though that's the first step and that's a great way to start. What are we doing about it? So I would agree with both of you guys. Yeah. Yeah. So sis, I'm gonna start with you. What great pieces of advice would you give our young youth and upcoming entrepreneurs?
Oh, wow. Okay. So a piece of advice. this might be a little, some people might think it's a little drastic, but I think that if you're an entrepreneur and you are working maybe like a full-time job or something of that nature, I would definitely say, I don't want anybody to be irresponsible here, but I would just say to quit your job. And if you're having second thoughts about quitting your job, then keep your job. And I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, and that's fine advice, because to each his
Yeah.
own.
Because somebody might say, well, I got this and this and this. If you're having those thoughts, then do not quit your job. But if you think about your business and you think about what you're doing as far as like your 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing, and you're confident in it, then quit your job and go all in your business. And I think that entrepreneurs are most successful when their back is against the wall. So if you have some type of money or resources or something like that coming in, I don't feel like you could reach your fullest potential, because you will likely go harder if you knew that your life depended on you being successful. So that's why I say what I say. But if you're having second thoughts, then please keep your job.
Exactly. And you know what? I would say the exact same thing to people. Honestly, I left my corporate job, and I can honestly say it got to the point where I'm good at what I do, but I knew that I had a different purpose in life. I knew that accounting was not it. I knew that I had to do something else. I'm great at it. And it took for me maybe like 2 months for me to pray, think about it, sit on it, for me to be like, I just need a sign. Like, is this the season where I need to let go? Is this I just need a nudge. And it was a nudge. And I was like, I am out. But you're right there, you're right there. But it gets to the point where initially you're comfortable. And I remember I was so comfortable, the 401k, the stock, the good medical benefits. My children had great medical benefits, the vacation, everything, the whole nine, and then some, and I was comfortable, and I was like, yeah, I could do this. And then it got to the point where I was like, no, I'm understanding that this is my calling. This is what I'm passionate about. And then the more I involved myself, you have to take that one step in that direction that you want to be in. And that one step will open up the doors to all possibility. You just have to have that right mindset to be open to learning. Once you take that one step to the left or to the right, it's not going forward, but it's going in the right direction. You're learning, you're grasping everything, you're absorbing everything in that path that you're meant to be on. And when that happens, it's a done deal. It's only a matter of time. And when I decided that, I felt free. I felt at last, this is what I needed. And it's not easy. I will say that it's not easy, but it's that nudge we all need. And when you let go, like you mentioned, you depend on it. You depend on however hard work you put out there, that you're going to get right back, because you need to put food on the table. You need to pay bills. And it becomes the way of life. So I would agree with that. Sorry, I went completely left with that one, but I felt that
like
one.
All that entrepreneur coming out of you. I was like, okay, all right. So we're on that one. They're on the same wavelength here. So
yeah. But it takes time, and it ain't easy, but you could do it. Yep. Thank you. Hey, bro. So what is your pieces of advice that you would give our young listeners, our readers, and also our young up and coming entrepreneurs?
Man, I don't know if I can follow you up, man. That was really good, right? But I just to piggyback off of you guys, man, I feel the same way. I would just communicate it as have ultimate faith in yourself. You should have more faith in yourself than you do the external factors around you. I didn't come from corporate, but I came from more so just another life. She came from corporate, you came from corporate. We all had to kind of cut off the resources that we were used to in order to realize the potential that we had inside. And so I would say just definitely have faith in yourself. That's really the most important thing, to be honest with you. It starts with how you view yourself. And if you are having second thoughts about it, yeah, take some time out and figure it out spiritually or whatever. But, you know, definitely when you jump in 100%, not, plan B, plan C, any of that, but jump in 100% because the universe will meet you and give you what you need the same way that the animals don't have to worry about, where their sustenance is going to come from. It's the same concept. So definitely have faith in yourself and have faith in, the actual powers that makes the world go around, as opposed to what you see on Instagram and CNN, and because all of that is fake. All of that is made up. It's all scripted. It's recorded, but the sun still comes up and goes down every day. So focus on that level of, operation.
Yep, and I would agree. I would agree. And the level of faith you have in the higher energy and in the ability of what you can do, that is what's really going to hold you down. At times it's just you and God. Sis, correct me if I'm wrong. Tap in here now. It's just
No,
you
you're
and God sometimes, you know?
been there, definitely. You went on an entrepreneurship path. You're always in that space. Every single minute of the day, it's always just you and God, and just just following that path, like you said. So
Yeah,
That's the path of
absolutely.
creation, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's the true path of real creation, where great things come out of it. You have to be in that space. So it's scary, but it's a great place to be in.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a beautiful thing, being able to be that, I tell people all the time, you end up being the black sheep in the family and you turn into the goat, just coming out of that box, you
Yeah,
know?
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
you are
Um,
hilarious.
I'm just saying though, in the older generations, they'll be like, no, you need to stick with your job, and you're right there, whether I leave my job or not, and stick with your job. And you listen to these people, and I'm just saying, I know from experience, you listen to people around you that don't have the vision. They have the sight. They see the computer, they see the job, the checks coming in bi-weekly, monthly. They see all this, bills getting paid, but they don't have the vision of past what you have right now that's tangible. The non-tangible vision, people are guiding you to move past that, and they don't even have that for themselves. And I had to realize that if they don't have the vision, they can't see my vision right now with my hard work. They will one day, but I can't listen to you if you don't have vision. You have sight, and sight is okay, but to each his own. So yeah.
I like
Where can we find you, sis? Where can we find you, bro? Where can we find you guys on social media?
Yeah, so you can always follow us on Instagram at majesty_Elise. That's where we post everything that we do with the business and all of our up and coming projects. You can also become a member of EVOPIA at evopia.org. It's completely free to join and get some of that exclusive content. And then also we are working on a container home community, and also offer container homes as backyard homes. So you can go to evohaven.com if you're interested in that specific real estate aspect. And I'll allow my husband to say anything if he
All right. All right. Cool.
My wifey handles all the social media, so that's her thing. So she said everything. Just Instagram. Oh, we all on YouTube. So YouTube. We all on YouTube. We post videos.
Majesty and Elise.
Yeah, all of it's Majesty, Majesty and Elise. Okay, great. But yeah, we post some of our real estate stuff when we're looking at properties, finishing projects, things like that. Just if you want to catch up on some real estate stuff. Real estate is a great business to get into. You don't have to quit your job to get into that one just as an investor, but you definitely want to get into real estate. It's the benchmark of all wealth building. So yeah, get involved in some way, even if it's just buying your own personal property, or rental property, or investing in, somebody that's doing it. Just get involved with real estate.
Yeah, most def. So I'll go ahead and just let everybody know. I'm going to go ahead and get all the credentials for Instagram, as well as your YouTube and websites, and put it below this video so everybody can go ahead and tap in easily and just follow you guys. It's important that we all realize what you're doing and how it benefits us. So if we support you guys, you can do more for us. And if we want to be part of the team, we just reach out. So yeah.
Definitely, definitely. We appreciate it. And we are hiring too. So if you're looking for a job, you know, I know a lot of people are losing jobs. We're fortunate to be growing during this period. So reach out, let us know what your skill sets are, and then we'll take it from there.
Nice, nice. Sis, are there any shout outs you like to make? Because you already know how House of Ramirez gets down. We do shout outs at the end. Are there any shout outs you like to make?
Okay, shout out to my husband and family and all of the great people who work with us at EVOPIA to make what we do happen and possible. The marketing team, of course, operations team, admin, nonprofit arm, everyone. I don't want to miss anybody, so I just say the general categories.
Right, right. You definitely can't leave anybody out. So yeah, you don't want anybody salty. But it takes a village. It really does. It takes a conjunction of creatives, a group, a collective of creatives to actually make a vision come true into actual tangible material. So we see you guys, and we're here to support you. So yeah. Bro, are there any additional shout outs you'd like to add on to that?
Yeah. Shout out to the fam, wifey, of course. Shout out to the team. You guys know who you are. You guys are amazing. Shout out to House of Ramirez as well. We appreciate you. It's a skill. It's a gift to be the glue that creates the unity. So that's amazing. Salute to you for that. And shout out to the melanated community, man. It's time for us to step into our power, man, and become independent and really do this ourselves. And we're here to help. You got us, you know what I'm saying? So just let us know when you need anything. We're here, and our resources are yours. And let's make it happen.
Yeah. So I want to thank you both again. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on House of Ramirez. It's been an honor. We'll keep in touch, and anybody that reads this article, sees this video, and hears this podcast, please just reach out to my brother and sister. They are here to help. So thank you both. I appreciate you guys, and until next time.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye. Bye. Make sure to follow House of Ramirez on all social media platforms.